Girlies, welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys that are new, welcome. My name is Pinky and teaching you witchcraft and tarot is what I do. For those of you guys returning, welcome back, my loves. Here we are doing the middle of the month love reading for all zodiac signs. We're going to begin here with Pisces, as it is Pisces season. For those of you guys turning, return of the sun, congratulations, brightest of blessings to you Pisces out there. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty. If you guys are interested in any personal consultations or any type of spell work or any type of spiritual work, or if you guys are interested in our 21 main character course, you can find all of that on the description link below. Let's kick it off, Pisces. Let's see what you guys can expect. Let's see what is unfolding for you guys in regards to love and romance. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Give me 5 cards for new love, 5 cards for old flame. Let's see what is unfolding for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go, Pisces. Let's see what is unfolding for you guys for the remainder of March 2026. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go, Pisces. Let's see what is unfolding for you guys. Let's see what you can expect. All right, here we go, Pisces. Oh, wow. You guys are, I'm completely not surprised here, Pisces, as we are currently going through a major transition point for you guys, right? So we're starting off here right at the center. This is in regards to your new love or connection or the person you're currently with. I feel like both of you guys may be feeling a little bit blocked. I feel like you guys have been experiencing almost the feeling of being misunderstood. And in that time frame, both of you guys have been holding back or maybe holding towards, you know, trying to act nonchalant, but that's quickly going to be dissipating, as I am seeing a new, almost a reconnection or a coming together and realizing, you know what, yeah, I was in my feelings, and your partner's also revealing they've been in their feelings as well. So there's a deepening of the understanding for one another, and there is a desire to restart or to start fresh. There's definitely love surrounding here and a lot of passion, a lot of intensity unfolding. Again, I do feel like right now what they're telling you is try the best you can to lose your grip on feeling the need to having to control the narrative or the situation. I feel the more you try to hold on to certain things, the more difficult it becomes. So in order for this, or in order for the energy to progressively flow very organically without feeling or without being without feeling like it's being almost forced, is you kind of have to let go, Pisces. Okay, so again, if you're experiencing, for some of you guys, communication, maybe you feel like communication has been a little bit forced, maybe that you feel like they're, you know, distracted or not fully in it. It's not because of that. I feel like both of you guys have had your feelings hurt in the past. This could be in regards to this connection or someone from the past. So they feel extremely guarded, or like they've been guarding their feelings. But again, I feel like this is dissipating energy. I do see you guys coming together, and I do see the solidification, right? But again, there is a need to let go a little bit of control, Pisces. Try the best you can not to get, you know, dragged into the overflow of emotions right now, especially for you Pisces out there. You could be overly emotional and sensitive, and it's because of all these transits that are happening in your sign. There's a lot of commotion. There's a lot of even feelings of things from the past, you know, like triggers and traumas that you've experienced when it comes to relationships and partnerships. So this could be the reason why you're showing up extremely guarded, and your partner may be feeling like you're detached, or vice versa. You could be feeling like your partner is detached. But again, I see it dissipating. I see you guys being able to get on the same page, Pisces. Okay, so just know that this is definitely temporary. Now, when we're talking about the person from your past, let's see what's going on here. So I do see communication opening up. If you've been trying or hoping to hear from someone from the past, I see them in a more steady energy. Maybe in the past they were holding on to feelings, maybe because they felt like it had gotten to the point where there's no turning back. However, I do feel like they've been stuck in a situation of wanting to reach out, but almost being fearful of rejection, or maybe overthinking. What if you shut them down? What if you're not available to them no more? What if you moved on? All of these things have been crossing their mind. However, we do have Mercury in retrograde, so I definitely do see them popping out of nowhere. I do see them reaching out to you, communicating. This could be through social media or some type of text or quick communication. I do feel like there is almost, and don't think, so you may hear from them and it may feel like very sudden or out of nowhere, but it's not. I feel like they've been sitting in this energy for quite a while. They're just finally getting the courage to actually say, fuck it, let's see if Pisces responds. So then that's when they reach out. But I do see communication opening up again. So those of you guys that have been wanting to hear from someone from the past, they're definitely coming back around Pisces. All right, moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Aries. Let's see what's going on with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Give me 5 cards for new love. Give me 5 cards for old flame. Let's see what's going on with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2026. Give me 5 cards for new love. Give me 5 cards for old flame. Let's see what's going on here with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, here we go, Aries. Let's see what you can expect. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of things. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Very interesting. Okay, so Aries, what I'm seeing here with the Tower, this is an indication that when it comes to your stability, when we're talking about love and romance, has recently gone through a major catastrophic life change. Okay, so this could be something as drastic as maybe some type of abrupt situation where there had to be some type of separation. There could have been some type of upheaval that brought to the forefront your triggers and your person's triggers, okay? Because the Tower is crowning, what they're showing me is almost like an elevation or an elevated timeline. So whatever it is that has been in the past could no longer be. So if you guys are currently going through a situation, Aries, where you feel like things are out of control right now, or you feel like maybe there was an ending, this ending is not something that is going to be long lasting, as I do see that there is almost a rebalancing of the energies for both of you. And the reason I say this is with the Devil and the Tower, whatever toxicity, okay, and this could be for you, Aries, and this could be for your person, or it could be vice versa. Whatever toxic traits or toxic patterns in this connection can no longer be. So this is why there's a feeling of like your emotional life has been completely challenged. And in this process, I do see the reconnection, or the realignment, I should say. So even if you guys are currently at a distance, or there was a breakup, or if there was a separation, just know that it's divine timing right now, Aries, because it's necessary. It's almost forcing you to like take accountability for the trauma and the baggage that you've been holding about things from the past that you've dragged into this connection. And for your person, it's the same thing. It's like you guys are being forced to grow. You guys are being forced to elevate. Why? Because this is destiny. This is a destined connection. This is a soul connection. So there has been certain patterns in this connection that can no longer be. And the reason why it feels like the shakeup or a breakup or some type of separation is because both of you guys need to find your way in realigning, so then the universe can bring you guys back together. Because I do see a new beginning. I do see the reconnection, and I do see the deepening of this connection and of this relationship. But it's letting go of the past narratives, or the past experiences, or the past trauma, Aries. All right, my lovelies, and you guys are going through major shakeups with, Saturn, with Saturn in your sign, and Neptune in your sign. There's going to be a lot of changes happening for you, Aries. All right, when we're talking about the person from the past, the Empress card here as a current situation, what I'm seeing is for a lot of you guys, you've been trying to focus on yourself, maybe try to move away from this connection. But with the Magician and the 8 of Coins, I feel like both of you guys are kind of not forcefully, but on a subconscious level, maybe manifesting each other, because both of you still have the desire and the want to work towards this connection. with the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, for a lot of you Aries, I feel like the person from your past, like your situation could have came to some type of breakup or separation, but it had not necessarily anything to do with the third party. It has more to do with the fact that both of you guys didn't really learn to understand or love and nurture each other the way you guys should. It's almost like your love language was completely different. And there is hurt and there is a feeling of being disappointed, but there is still hope in this connection. So from what I'm getting from you Aries out there, okay, from whether it's a new person or whether it's a person from your past, I feel like all of you guys are going to be experiencing a realization of maybe this is my person, and you let go of the baggage and you let go of the bullshit from the past, and you guys start fresh, but you start on solid ground. So again, if you are hoping or wanting to hear from a person from the past, Aries, I feel like you guys will be given the opportunity to reconnect and to want to rebuild the connection. The possibility is there, but it's going to take for both of you guys to let go of shit from the past, let go of things, traumas, all of that has had a lot to do with how it's influenced and impacted the relationship between you two. Okay, Aries? All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. Moving on here, let's see what's going on with Taurus. Let's see what's going on with Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Give me 5 cards for new love. Give me 5 cards for person from the past or old flame. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2026. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, here we go, Taurus. Let's see what you guys can expect. Let's see what's unfolding for you guys. Oh, wow. Okay, so, all right, Taurus, what I'm seeing here for you guys is, if you're currently dealing with someone or have been dealing with someone, with the Strength card, I feel like both of you guys have been kind of holding back, or maybe not completely showing, like basically not showing your heart on your sleeve. It's almost like, yeah, I have feelings, but I'm not going to like fully put them on display. Or this could be your person feeling this way. However, what they're showing me here is that you definitely have a lot of chemistry, and there is a desire to solidify or to strengthen this connection. And the person that you're currently dealing with does have emotions. They do see you as someone that they really want to invest their time in. I feel like, I'm not going to lie, I feel like both of you guys are being guarded. So if this is a recent connection, just know, if you feel like, well, sometimes I feel like they are all in or they are interested, but sometimes they act a little bit nonchalant or a little bit pulled back. Just know that they do have feelings and they are willing to invest in this connection. They're just a little bit guarded because it takes them a little bit more to fully open up. I see this person has gone through something in the past, and this is why they guard their heart. So I do see the potential for a new beginning or a restart. For some of you guys, if you recently started dealing with someone and then it just kind of fizzled out, and don't really know where they stand, they will be communicating, and I do see them making an effort to coming towards you. Again, I feel like it has more to do with their guardedness. It has more to do with the things that they've been through in the past, where it keeps them very aware of things they don't want to deal with anymore. So again, I do see that there is a bond and there is a connection, but I feel like both of you guys are holding back. So my advice for you, Taurus, is if you're going to try something, what I mean by this is something I tell my clients all the time. If you're going to do something, do it wholeheartedly. Don't do it half-assed. Don't do it like, I'm going to try, but being scared. Like, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is you go through a disappointment, but guess what? Life happens and it moves on. And if you don't fully throw yourself into something that you're doing, then you're never going to know if you tried hard enough. And then you never know if that connection could have turned into something like, what if it's the best thing that ever happened to you? Do you get what I'm saying? So if you're going to do something, if you're going to give someone the opportunity, if you're going to give yourself the opportunity to connect with someone when we're talking about love and romance, do it all in or don't do it. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, when we half-ass things, then you're left to feel, and this is where toxic patterns happen, right? Because you kind of half-assed it, and then there's a flimsy energy, or there's a push and pull type of energy, and then that's what keeps us in toxic cycles and stuff. Like, you don't want that. So either do it all in, and if there's a disappointment, then you move on from that and you continue on, because life continues. And if not, this could be the best thing that happened to you, Taurus. So try not to be so guarded. My God. All right, let's see what's going on in regards to your person from the past. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so wait. These are the exact same cards I pulled for Aries. So for some of you, Taurus, you may be dealing with an Aries, or your person from your past may be an Aries. But what I'm seeing here is the same thing that I told Aries. I feel like there is love and there is still connection in this connection. If you've been wanting to hear from your person from the past, or you're wondering if there is a reconnection, I do see the possibility being there. The connection is still there. It's still present. They still have feelings for you, Taurus. There's still a desire of what if type of energy. And if what if actually came into reality, they would be willing to put in the work. Because with the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Swords, I feel like with Aries, it was in reverse. But there's a feeling of being let down and being disappointed, and that's where the heartbreak is coming from. It's not because there was a third party or anything like that. I feel like for some of you guys, it could be the feeling that you put or invested a lot into this connection, and it just didn't pan out the way you wanted it. So there is a feeling of, you know, hurt, and it has more to do with being disappointed. But again, as the Empress in the very center of the spread, this indicates to me that this person does have real love for you. This person does have, you know, it's like at some point in the connection, they seen you as their person, as their end all be all. And that could be where the disappointment is coming from. That could be the reason that pushes them or leads them to reaching out to you, Taurus, because it's almost like, if I really care for this person, I can get over them. You know, maybe I'm realizing now, a little too late, right? Maybe I'm realizing now that I do love them. And what if I could have tried harder? What if I could have put more effort in this connection? So the reminiscence of that energy is what is pushing them to almost want to take control of the situation and to actually want to reach out. So if you were hoping to connect with someone from your past, Taurus, I do see them coming back around. All right, moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance for the month of March 2026. Let's see what's going on with Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Give me 5 cards for new love, 5 cards for old flame. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, let's see what's going on with my Geminis out there. Let's see what you can expect for this month. Oh, wow. This is the second reading. I see the Tower. And the Tower is not something we really see that often. So a lot of you guys are going through massive transformations. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is, as a current situation, there's a desire to stabilize this connection. In regards to your energy, Gemini, I feel like you guys are closed off, or maybe you are internalizing. Is it something I want to continue investing in? Is it something that I want to put effort towards, or should I just walk away from this connection? Now, the person's feelings is the Tower. So it indicates to me that there was some type of revelation that currently you guys experience. Maybe for some of you guys, there could have been some type of temporary distancing or some type of temporary separation. And it had something to do with outside interference or with someone else. It's almost like there was a major shakeup, but for them, I feel like it was a revelation that came to them. So this could have been them having an aha moment, or it could have been someone, you know, giving them clarity in regards to something in the connection or in regards to you, Gemini. Now I do see the desire and the want to reconnect, but I feel like your person's going to be guarded. So I don't know exactly what's going on, Gemini, but for some of you guys, it could have been like rumors or something that kind of triggered the connection, and it kind of spiraled from there. And I see your person being extremely guarded. I feel like both of you guys actually are being very guarded right now. My advice is, in order to really solidify or stabilize the connection, would be to get down to the root of the issue. And what I mean by that is, you're coming up as a Two of Swords, Gemini. So this is the universe telling you, you need to shut out the world. You need to shut out the pressure, wherever the pressure is coming from. You need to shut all that out, quiet and still your mind, and get to the decision of asking yourself, what is it that you really want? And is this the relationship that you want? Is this what you want to, are you willing to deal with this type of environment or this type of connection or this type of energy? And if it's not, then make the right decision moving forward, Gemini, so that your path could be blessed. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't move in a sneaky way. If, you know, things are not going well and you're scared of losing the person, or you're scared of ending something and then regretting it, but then you start to move in a sneaky way, that is energy that is going to come back to you, and you don't want that. So what I'm saying is, if you don't see this as a sustainable connection, walk away from it right now. If it is something you're willing to invest and you really, the person really means a lot to you, then put the effort to actually show up, to actually do what is necessary to bridge the gap of the distancing or the disconnect, and so that you guys can actually come together in a more balanced energy. All right, Gemini. All right, let's see what's going on with your person from the past. Oh, wow. All right, Gemini. So what I'm seeing here is the desire and the want to reconnect. For some of you guys, you've been hoping or wanting to hear from this person. You're still hopeful. There's still a desire. There's still emotions there. But with the Emperor, I'm going to be honest, Gemini, I feel like your person definitely does still have feelings for you. And deep down, they do have the desire or the want to reconnect. However, because they're coming up as the Emperor energy with the Seven of Swords, this is a person that has major need for control. And what I mean by this is a person that when they feel vulnerable, instead of leaning towards that and opening up and expressing emotions as the Emperor with the Seven of Swords, this person does the opposite. So when they're feeling vulnerable, they pull back and they detach, because it's a form of them protecting themselves. It's almost like their brain is telling them, you're too vulnerable, and what if you get hurt? Maybe you won't come back from this. So then they pull back and they detach. So this is a person that is literally avoiding their emotions because they're refusing to see things from a different perspective. So you're dealing with the person that is either emotionally immature or a person that is an avoidant. They don't want to deal with having to take responsibility for whatever role they had to do with the breakup or separation that is currently taking place. So it's almost like, yeah, they want to reconnect with you. They are wanting to put effort in this connection, but they're expecting for you to be the one to reach out. They're expecting for you to be the one to take action towards that, because they're refusing to take responsibility for whatever role they played in this breakup or separation. All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. Moving on here, let's see what's going on with Cancer, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with Cancers, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2026. Give me 5 cards for new love, 5 cards for old flame. If you guys are interested in any of our personal consultations, any type of spell work, or if you guys are interested in our viral 21 main character course, you can find all of that on the description link below. All right, let's see what's going on with Cancer, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. All right, Cancer, let's see what's going on with you guys. Cancers. Here we go. All right, Cancer. So I'm seeing the desire to want to reconnect or to strengthen the connection in this dynamic, okay? But what I'm sensing here with the Strength card is I feel like you've been holding back, Cancer. And for some of you guys, it could be like you've come to the realization where you're realizing where you've been giving a lot or where you've been overextending yourself. So the Strength card is almost a representation of your energy being restrained because you're wanting them to step up or you're wanting them to actually take action towards you, which they will. With the Six of Cups, this is indicating to me the realization that they do have feelings for you, that they are willing to invest, that they do see this connection in a deeper way. And there is the Fool card here, which is indicating to me you guys are going through a new cycle, a new beginning, where they're actually taking the leap of faith and actually putting more effort and energy towards this connection. Now, with the outcome being the Five of Wands, I feel like this is, initially when I see the Five of Wands, I'm not going to lie, especially with the Strength card, I feel like they are, or you may notice that they start to become a little bit more possessive or a little bit more overprotective of you. And the reason for this is because they're starting to see competition. So I don't know if there was a recent glow up that you went through. I don't know if recently you were around someone that particularly kind of triggered their insecurities, but there is a desire to want to come towards you and want to invest more in you because they see that you're either a hot commodity or they see that they're really being challenged in the sense of realizing, hey, listen, you're not the only one that Cancer, can get. It's almost like they're realizing that there is competition, whereas maybe in the past they were more complacent or maybe they felt like you were safe. And now they're feeling like, either I step up and put the effort or Cancer is just going to walk away from this. So again, it is positive in that sense, but at the same time, like, it's kind of iffy. You know what I mean? Like, why should someone want to fully invest or want to fully be present in a connection? Why do they have to do that? Or in order for them to do that, they have to feel like they're competing for you. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, do with that what you will, Cancer. All right, let's see what's going on with your person from the past. Let's see what's going on there. All right, Cancer. So your person from your past is definitely not over you, my loves. The Page of Swords and the Lover's card indicates to me this person feels this bond on a very deep level. And this is a person that sees some type of soul type of connection here. And especially with the High Priestess, I feel like this person has been either watching your social media, maybe watching your social media from fake accounts, or like kind of, being secretive, but they're consciously and continuously keeping an eye on you. Now, if there hasn't been any movement or you haven't heard from this person from the past, I feel them going towards more, it's almost like they're making the decision. They've been trying or they've been thinking of reaching out because the bond is there, because they feel this connection on a deeper level. But I feel like they've been so inconsistent in the past where they'll have thoughts of you, but then they move on from that, where it's getting to the point with the Nine of Wands that they're not going to be able to contain the desire and the need right then and there to reach out to you. And that's why they reach out to you. So it's almost like they couldn't help themselves. And then once they send the message, once they call you, whatever it is that they do, they're like quickly in a panic, like, oh shit, what if Cancer doesn't respond? And it's almost like it happened very suddenly. Keep in mind, we do have Mercury in retrograde, you guys. So that could be, the influence that pushes them. And then they're like quickly like, oh shit, no, I shouldn't have done that. What if they don't respond? I feel very giddy and like nauseous. So it's almost giving me the energy of like quickly kind of trying to backpedal. But yeah, I do see them communicating or reaching out to you, Cancer. All right, moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Leo. Let's see what's going on with Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2026. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Let's see what's going on with Leos. Give me 5 cards for new love. Give me 5 cards for old flame. Leo, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Here we go. You guys definitely stay tuned if you're new to my channel. Subscribe so you guys can get notified of the most recent videos going up. I do have a very powerful spell going up. I kind of hesitated, but I am going to upload it for you guys. This is for those of you guys that are wanting to either empower your self-concept, become more confident, more radiant, or just completely see yourself in a different way. This is the spell for you guys. So you guys definitely stay tuned as that's the next spell going up. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on with you guys here. Interesting. Okay. So if you've been dealing with someone, Leo, where you feel like they've been a bit detached or they've been a little bit flighty, the reason for this is because something recently triggered them to really go within and ask themselves, are they ready or are they willing to invest in this connection? And I feel like they're leaning more towards wanting to be single. So this could be a person that maybe you guys have been going through a lot of different shifts where it got to the point of feeling like it was a lot to deal with, or like a burden almost. And there was a desire, or almost like kind of when you look into the, you know, onto the unknown and you wonder like, fuck, would life be easier if I was just single? So it's someone running away from responsibility or running away from emotional maturity is what I'm sensing. For some of you guys, it could be that you guys are currently in separation, or currently there is distance, or currently there was a breakup. And this person, it's almost like they were tempted to be single because they didn't want to feel the burden or the responsibility of what it is to fully show up in a relationship. But I see them kind of trying to backpedal now because I see them really in their head about what they're missing or what they could have essentially effed up in this connection. So what I'm sensing here is there is the possibility of reconnecting or rebalancing this energy and this relationship, Leo. But here's the thing. Do you really want to be with someone that when life gets hard or when the relationship gets difficult, they're easy to be tempted to just drop everything and go choose to be single because they don't have the capacity to be an adult and to process emotions and to sit with you and figure it out? Like, do you want to be with the person like that? Because that's a person you can never rely on when it comes to sustainability and maintaining a relationship. You get what I'm saying? In order for a relationship and a partnership to grow, to stabilize, and to thrive, both of you guys have to be willing to communicate. Both of you guys have to be willing to listen and to actually try to understand each other so that you guys can find the balance within whatever it is experience that you guys are having. But if you're on the other spectrum, being the one to hold everything, being the one to carry the emotional burden of the relationship because they themselves, when it gets hard, like, I'll tell you this as an example. I have clients that tell me, oh, it's because when we have a disagreement and life gets hard or whatever, you know, they kind of detach, but that's how they are because they're an avoidant. No. Don't let people convince you of that shit. There's no such thing as an avoidant. If you're an avoidant, that means that you're a person that doesn't know how to deal with the difficulties of life. And if you don't know how to deal with the difficulties of life, why are you giving your all to someone that doesn't know how to process anything? Because then they're solely relying on you to carry all the burden of what it is to be in a relationship. Then you shouldn't be wasting your fucking time right there. Do you get what I'm saying, Leo? So again, if you are dealing with this energy, I would just tell you, keep it pushing and let go of this because you're worthy and deserving of more. All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. Let's see what's going on with your person from your past, Leo. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, very interesting. All right, Leo, so what I'm sensing here is there is a quick desire and passion to reach out to you, to want to see what's going on in your life. Your person from your past may be keeping an eye on you, but I see it more towards a distance. So this could be them watching your social media. This could be them even asking about you to friends, relatives, but staying in a distance. They're not making it obvious. With the Lovers card here, they are still feeling very strong bond to you. There's still a desire to want to reconnect on some level, but with the Two of Swords, I feel like they're choosing to refuse to take accountability and to step up. Here's the interesting thing. With the Tower and the Lovers, I feel like for a lot of you Leos, a lot of you Leos are going to be hearing from people from your past. Yes. The Lovers and the Tower is indicating to me a major astrological alignment, depending on what placements you have in your charts. They're being activated. So this is telling me that there is people from the past that are going to be coming back around, because there is still a cycle that hasn't fully closed. Okay, so this could be your person from the past, or this could be a person returning to you that you haven't heard from like 5, 6, 7 years. There is a cycle that you're currently going through, Leo, where you're closing a major chapter in your life. But before that happens, there are still things undone. There is still not closure with certain connections that I see them coming back around to give you that closure. Whether it's an apology, whether it's actual reconnecting with someone that was a soulmate type of connection, or whether it's, you know, people just in general from your past that you haven't heard from in a while that you will be hearing from, Leo. All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2026 in regards to love and romance. Give me 5 cards for new love. Give me 5 cards for old flame. Let's see what's going on with Virgos. Let's see what's going on with their person, the person they're currently dealing with, or the person from the past. Let's see what's going on with Virgos. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go, Virgo. Let's see what's going on with you guys for this month of March 2026. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with you guys. All right, Virgo. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of this. Virgo, another sign that is going through massive transformation. Am I right? Am I right? All right. All right, Virgo. So what I'm seeing here is for some of you guys, there could be some type of distancing. There could have been some type of separation, some type of breakup that recently could have played out. And I'm going to be completely honest, 100%. I feel like if you are currently at a distance or not communicating, or there was a breakup or a temporary separation, the reason for this is because both of you guys cannot let go of having the need to be in control of the relationship. It's almost like both of you guys are trying so hard to control the narrative, or trying so hard to control each other's reactions, that it's gotten to the point where it's just very frustrating, because it's almost like egos constantly fighting. Like you guys are constantly bumping heads, and it's not about anything in particular. It just has a lot to do with the fact that both of you guys have the need to be in control. With the 5 of coins, this is an indication to me of, especially because the King of Wands is looking towards the 5 of coins, I feel like a lot of your person's need for control comes from the fact that they feel lack. So it could be that they are insecure about themselves. It could be that, especially because with the Queen of Wands as the outcome, this is your energy stepping forward, Virgo. So again, I feel like either this person is dealing with insecurity issues about themselves, about their self-worth, about what they're capable or not capable of giving to you, Virgo. And you coming up as a Queen of Wands indicates to me that they see you very magnetic, very powerful, very much in your energy, very much in the energy of like someone very charismatic, someone that does what they say they're gonna do, you know. And this person is coming up as the King of Wands, but because of the 5 of coins, it's almost like they know that in order to meet you to where you're at right now, Virgo, they have to step up. And that's where they're struggling with, because there's a part of them that feels that they could either not step up, or that they're not enough for you. So with the Death card, there is a transformation that is unfolding. Now, what they're telling you, Virgo, this is the card that is representing the action that you need to take. With the Death card, it's almost like an invitation. If there is, like I said, if you guys currently broke up, or there's a current separation, or there's no communication, the Death card is telling you, let go of the old narratives, let go of the past, meaning whatever experience you've had in this connection, it can no longer be. It can no longer keep being. It has to change. There has to be a transformation. And that transformation is already unfolding. What they're telling you here, the action you need to take, Virgo, is to fully embrace this ending. Okay? Now, because the outcome is the Queen of Wands and we have the King and Queen, this is a deeper type of connection. So what they're showing me is that, yes, there was an ending, or there will be an ending, but this is transformation. It's not the ending of the relationship, because the outcome is the Queen of Wands. So the outcome is you being empowered. It's you being radiant. It's you being acknowledged. It's you being chosen, right? But in order for you to get here, you need to let go of what is unfolding right now. So what I mean by that is, if there was an ending, embrace that ending and focus on you. If there's a separation, focus on you. If there's no communication, stop sitting there praying and begging to hear from them. Focus on you. That's going to create the catalyst for them to come back at you fully in the highest version of themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? All right, Virgo. Let's see what's going on with the person from your past. We have Temperance there. Okay. Okay. So it's almost like very different cards. But it's almost the same theory here. So what they're showing me is there is a rebalancing that's happening in your love life right now, Virgo. There is a lot of transformation that's happening and transmutation, right? Temperance is alchemy. So it is about being patient as things unfold and fall into place to your betterment. The Knight of Cups does indicate to me the desire, the want to reconnect. The Hanged Man here in the position of your person or your person's feelings and thoughts is they're at a standstill right now. They're more like internalizing the change, the shift, whatever. And they're viewing you as being guarded, or they're viewing you as maybe defensive, maybe with boundaries. But there is, so if there's been stillness, if you've been hoping or wanting to hear from the person from the past, Virgo, you will be hearing from them. I feel like it's taken them a while because they've had to, or they've chosen to want to process their emotions and to want to process what's going on to rebalance their energy. Once they're rebalanced, they're making the decision of coming towards you and wanting to actually communicate, wanting to see if there is some type of possibility of rebuilding or working together. Okay, Virgo? All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. Moving on here, let's see what's going on with Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance for the month of March 2026. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, we got cards flying. Okay, I'm going to put it back in. Let's see what's going on with Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Give me 5 cards for new love. Give me 5 cards for old flame. For Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, let's see what's going on, Libra. All right, Libra, I do see communication back and forth, but I feel like for some reason you may be in your head a lot, or you may be feeling like you have to guard yourself or you have to stand your ground on something. For some of you guys, Libras, it has a lot to do with the fact that you're wanting balance in this connection, or you're wanting reciprocation. Maybe in the past you felt like you're the one that has overextended, or maybe you felt like you're the one that puts more effort and energy towards the relationship. So you're wanting to see if they're willing to put in the effort, if they're wanting to put in more energy, right? To show you. What Spirit is telling you and what they are communicating is knowing and understanding, Libra, that you're worthy and deserving of love and effort. And just by simply knowing that, you are energetically pulling that towards you. So what I mean by this is with the Seven of Wands, it's an indication of, yes, you're needing to stand your ground. You're needing to create boundaries. Maybe this is something you've been working on for a while, Libra, and they're telling you, and the boundaries is not to push people away. The boundaries is to show the universe how much you love yourself, that you're going to take care of yourself. Think of it as when you're with someone, right? You love them, you care for them, you want to protect them. You're doing the same thing for yourself. That's what boundaries are for. Because if someone is not matching your energy, you love yourself too much to allow yourself to pour into something that is empty. So I want you to really think about this, Libra, because with the Seven of Wands and the Justice card, it's almost like you have to see you standing your ground, or you sticking to your boundaries, not as to teach someone a lesson, not out of spitefulness. It is something you need to learn to do to protect the person that should be the most important person in your life, which is yourself. So again, the moment you realize or start to see boundaries in this sense, right, that you love yourself, and that's the reason why boundaries are necessary, because you need to protect yourself and make sure that the people you give to are giving to you as well. The moment you start to see this, people will start to react to your boundaries in a more effort, in a more reciprocal way, and in a healthier way. And that's what creates the stability in the dynamic, in the relationship. I do see that for some of you guys, you standing your ground or you creating those boundaries is what's going to ultimately bring to you commitment and marriage. So again, stop letting people walk all over your boundaries. Stop allowing people to, think that it's okay to walk away and then pop back in whenever they want to. Like the moment you hold those boundaries, and like I said, don't do it out of spitefulness. Don't do it solely because you love yourself so much. You are so important that you're going to take care of the person that is most important to you, which should always be you. And then the energy and the universe is going to mirror that back to you, bringing to you, or even to your person, forcing them to see the value in you. Then that serves as a catalyst for them to see you in a very different light that brings to them the commitment you want, or that brings to you the commitment you want. All right, Libra. All right, my lovelies. Let's see what's going on with the person from your past. All right, so I'm sensing that you're dealing with someone that perhaps in the past had a tendency of double dealing, or maybe very distracted, very scattered energy. I'm not going to lie with the Queen of Pentacles here. This person is seeing you, Libra, as someone that is stable, or someone that works hard for what they have. Unfortunately, this also puts them in a position of seeing you as someone that is grounded, and you bring that sense of groundedness to them. But this is a person that refuses to change certain aspects about their life, or perhaps certain lifestyles. This is a person that is like all over the fucking place. I'm not gonna lie. I see someone that is very distracted, someone that is in absolute no alignment with you, but they're refusing to fully invest in you, but they're also refusing to completely close the door on you. And what I mean by that is, if you hear from this person, right? We're talking about the ex or the person from the past. If you hear from this person, don't automatically assume that they're single. They may portray themselves that way, but it's because they're bored. It's because it's a person that's flighty. It's a person that is constantly needing validation in order to feel worthy. So whenever they get stagnant, whenever they feel like things are not going their way, or whenever they feel they don't have a lot of options, then they reach out to get their ego boost, to get validation. So my advice is, if you do hear from this person from your past, just let them go. No good for you. No bueno. All right, moving on here. Oh, moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2026. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Give me 5 cards for new love. Give me 5 cards for old flame. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. All right, Scorpio, here we go. This is in regards to the person from your present, new connection here, or person you've been dealing with. Okay. All right, with the Four of Swords, Scorpio, I don't know if it's you or your person that currently pulled away. Maybe there hasn't been contact. Maybe there hasn't been much communication. Maybe you're just having the need. Maybe you're exhausted with the Devil card here. Maybe you're just tired of dealing with bullshit, right? I think we all are, you guys. I am seeing communication open up with the Knight of Swords. This is quick, fast communication. So if you've been at a standstill or you haven't really been hearing from your person, there is communication that opens up here. This person has really been in their head. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, the reason why this person kind of pulled back, or the reason why there was no communication, was because this person was really trying to analyze, is it worth putting more effort in this connection? With the Devil card, I do see that there could have been some toxic pattern or some type of toxic behavior in this connection. But nonetheless, I feel like they're realizing that they do want to keep putting effort. They do want to see where this connection actually goes, but they are trying to take control of the situation. So what I mean by that is they want to slowly come towards you, which is the Chariot card is quick momentum, right? This is you choosing, like, you made up your choice, you made up your decision, let's move forward and make it happen type of energy. With the Devil card, this person still has an attachment to you, very strong attachment. So there is, again, I feel like whatever's been happening with you guys in this connection, Scorpio, whatever toxic cycles you guys have been going through, I feel like this person was tired. I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like you're mentally exhausted as well. So this person was like internalizing, like, should I put more effort? Do I want to put more effort? Is it worth me putting more effort? Like that type of energy going back and forth in their head. But they're finally making the decision, and the decision is solely coming from the fact that they do feel the bond. They feel the attachment here. They feel the desire to want to see it all the way and see what actually comes from this. My advice to you, Scorpio, is if you're already seeing certain toxic patterns, I would advise that when the communication does happen, you guys bring that to the forefront and actually talk about it. Get to the root of the issue. Don't just sweep it under the rug, because you don't want that to become a habit. You don't want toxic cycles to continue happening in a dynamic, because that's what keeps you guys in a loop. That's what keeps us in a loop, right? In a toxic cycle. You don't want that. So address it now so that you guys can fully understand and heal from that to stabilize and strengthen the relationship, Scorpio. All right, my lovelies. Let's see what's going on with the person from your past. Let's see what's going on here. All right, Scorpio. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is this person has been juggling a lot. I feel like there's a lot of things that have been going on in their life, but more precisely, I feel like they've been juggling whether they reach out to you or not, Scorpio. The energy with you is the Four of Cups, so I feel like there was a bit of disappointment in this connection, but I feel within that disappointment, you probably decided to walk away or to start fresh or to start focusing on yourself. And believe it or not, I feel like that is mirroring the energy that they're sensing. Why do I say this? Because they're coming up as the Ace of Cups. So this is love, but this is also reconnection. And it is also the renewal of their attraction towards you. But it's because it's coming from a place of your confidence. So it's almost like they're sensing that there's a leveling up that's happening within you that is drawing them back to you. I hope that makes sense. So as an example, something I teach my clients when I'm coaching them one-on-one when we're talking about self-concept is everyone is a reflection of you. And whenever we get ourselves in a relationship, right, it's really difficult to detach because emotionally you're so invested in that connection that sometimes when you're so anxious and scared of losing them, you start to smother them, you start to chase them. You energetically, what you're doing is you're suffocating them. The moment you bring it back to yourself, the moment you start to put yourself in the pedestal, the moment you start to make yourself a priority, they sense it. Energetically, they sense it, and that's when they start chasing you. That's when they start communicating with you. That's when they want to work it out. That's when. And why does this happen? Because energetically they're sensing that you're pulling away. So again, I feel like that's what's happening, and that's what's pushing them to make the decision to reach and come towards you. And I do see them communicating, wanting to open communication because they've made up their mind that you are the person for them, or that you are the person they want to invest in, Scorpio. So I do see your person coming back around. The ball is in your court. All right, let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2026. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with Saggies. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you guys are interested in any personal consultations or any type of spell work, any coaching, or our 21 main character course that has gone viral on TikTok, you can find all of that on the description link below. All right, let's see what's going on with Sagittarius in regards to love and romance for the month of March 2026. Give me 5 cards for new love, 5 cards for old flame. Let's see what's going on with my Saggies out there. You guys don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you guys can get notified of the most recent videos going up. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on with you guys here. I see a lot of confusion. So I feel like the person that you're dealing with, the person that you're currently with, you guys may be feeling a bit like detached from each other. There's a feeling of, for some of you guys, there could be like distancing or maybe like literally no communication. I do see the communication opening up, but I feel like it has a lot to do with the fact that someone in this connection needed to distance themselves from this connection to get clarity because there was a lot of confusion going on. It could have been confusion about their feelings for you, Sagittarius, or it could have been that something happened in this dynamic that triggered their insecurities and triggered the fear of getting hurt. And it's almost like they had to pull back to reassess. This could be you as well. It's a general reading. But you're coming up as the 3 of Wands. This is you really thinking about the future, but also hoping or wanting to hear back from them. The 8 of Cups does indicate to me walking away. It doesn't necessarily mean walking away from the connection. It could just mean that they're walking away to, again, get through the uncertainty or get through overcoming the fears that they have right now that they've been struggling with. But I do see communication opening up. I do see them reaching out to you, coming towards you. I feel like both of you, especially because these 2 cards have the moon, I feel like this eclipse could have really triggered insecurities, not just on their part, but on your part as well, Sagittarius. So there's a lot of like confusion or feeling of like, maybe they were internalizing, do I really love Sagittarius, or do I really want to put effort? Do I really care, or am I just confused? Or there is something that they're wanting to get to the root of understanding why they're feeling how they're feeling. But I feel like communication does open up once the rebalancing of their energy happens, Sagittarius. All right, my lovelies, let's see what's going on with your person from the past. All right, Sagittarius. if you've been wanting to hear from the person from the past, the reason why you haven't heard from them as of now, the Eight of Coins does indicate to me the desire, the want to put in effort, the desire to want to work things out. This is your energy. Their energy is the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands. So that's indicating to me that this is a person that is choosing not to deal with their emotions. This is a person that is choosing not to deal with their insecurities. This separation or this breakup has steered a lot of insecurities about themselves that it's almost come to realization. So whatever it is that they feared, maybe on a subconscious level, they feared that you would walk away from them. Maybe they feared at some point in the connection that you would get tired of their shit. Maybe they feared that you deserve better and you could get better. And it's almost like something transpired that created the breakup or separation, where now they have but two options. They either internalize and realize, you know what, it's not that Sagittarius could get better. It's just that maybe I need to step up and do better. And they're refusing to do that. They're refusing to acknowledge where they played the role in this breakup or separation. And it comes from a place of not having such high self-concept of themselves. This is a person that feels not worthy or not deserving. This is a person that feels like maybe potentially they don't have a lot to offer. Whereas, you know, they're viewing you with the Eight of Coins as someone that makes things happen or someone that is worthy and deserving. So again, this is an avoidant person. This is a person that takes no self-accountability. I don't see communication happening, so I don't feel like you'll be hearing from your ex or person from the past, at least not this month, Sagittarius. All right, my lovelies, moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2026. Let's see what's going on with Cappies. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance for the month of March 2026. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Give me 5 cards for new love, 5 cards for old flame. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. Capricorn, here we go, Cappies. Let's see what's going on with you guys. All right, Capricorn. So this is very interesting, you guys, because what I'm sensing here is the Two of Cups indicates to me a bond, a connection on a deeper level, especially because we have the Six of Cups here, right? But your energy, right, your thoughts and feelings is the Seven of Cups. So this is indicating to me, Capricorn, that you're currently feeling confused, or you're currently allowing your energy to spill because you are vibrating from a place of fear. Okay? So what do I mean by this? I feel like a lot of the instability that's been happening in this connection, especially the fights, the misunderstandings, the just defensiveness that both of you guys are carrying right now, has a lot to do with them mirroring how you're feeling, Capricorn, internally. And the reason I say that is the Two of Cups with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is representing their thoughts and feelings. This is a person that acknowledges the connection, the bond. They see home in you. They see a soul connection. They feel it, right? What's throwing off the dynamic is your mind, is your thoughts. It's that they trigger a fear in you, and then you spiral and you start to think negatively, and you start to think this relationship is going to shit, it's falling apart, da-da-da-da. And all that talking in your head is what creates the blockages, Capricorn. And see, what they're asking you is the action that you need to take with the Five of Wands is you need to learn to control your mind. Because see, the outcome is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is, for any king really, this is a mature, it's coming up as a mature energy. This is a man or a female that knows what it is that they want. They know how to make things happen. They know that they want you, Capricorn. The problem is that you don't believe they want you. Why you don't believe that? I don't know. I don't know what you've experienced with them. I don't know your history. I don't know. But there's a part of you that refuses to accept that they want you or that they choose you. So you get in your head and you start to spiral and you start to throw off the relationship. You start to put it off balance. And then in the material sense, meaning here in the 3D, you start to experience the confusion. You start to feel them pulling away. You start to pull away. It's a never-ending cycle, but essentially what they're telling you here is you're the one that's creating that, and those blockages are happening in your mind. So you have to learn to control your mind. You have to learn to start telling yourself a different story. You have to believe that you are worthy and deserving of love, Capricorn. You have to believe that you're worthy and deserving of being chosen. That is the only way you can fully receive love. See, a lot of the times when I'm coaching my clients one-on-one, when we're doing self-concept work, everyone is the first one to say, oh, you know, of course I'm ready for love, but 90% of the time, they don't know how to receive it. So if you don't know how to receive love, you're not ready for love. You're not ready for a connection, because every single time you get into a connection, you're going to sabotage that connection. And how do we get to the point of being or capable of receiving love? You have to know that you're worthy and deserving of it. Because everything is energy and love is energy. And the only way that love can flow organically is when you are open to receive, that then they give to you and you give back to them. But if they give to you and you're constantly closed off and constantly feeling like you don't deserve it, or like you're not worthy, or like they're judging me, or maybe they're being nice because they're trying to get something out of me, you're blocking the flow. Work on your self-concept, Capricorn. All right, let's see what's going on with your person from the past. Cappies, let's see what's going on here. All right, so the Hanged Man is an indication to me that there is stillness right now. Maybe you've been wanting to hear from them. Maybe there hasn't been any type of communication. The reason for this is because there is a spiritual timeout right now. And what I mean by this is the 8 of Coins is highly encouraging you, Capricorn. What I just said over here. They are highly encouraging you to work on yourself right now. To put energy and focus on yourself. Why? Because once you start working on yourself, then the person from your past, or your person, starts to feel that you start to detach. The more confident you are, the more they start to feel you energetically, that then they make the decision, you know what? I can't get over Capricorn. I love Capricorn. I'm going to take action towards Capricorn because I'm not going to lose them. Because I'm not going to let nobody come between us. That's how it happens. That's how quickly it happens. But you, my dear Capricorn, has to change your way of thinking. Now, if you're not wanting to hear from this person from your past, then that's fine. The ultimate message here is, yes, there is a desire. There's still passion and there's still connection there. But if you've moved on or you're not interested in the person from your past, then that's fine. What they're telling you either way is there's a new beginning unfolding for you. But work on yourself. All right, Cappies? All right. Wishing you guys the very best. And last but not least, let's see what's going on with my Aquarians out there. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2026. Let's see what's going on with my Aquarius Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March 2026. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance for the month of March 2026. Give me 5 cards for new love, 5 cards for old flame. Here we go, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Also another sign that is going through massive transformation. All right, Aquarius. So for some of you guys, there could have been some type of separation, maybe some type of breakup, maybe some feeling of some type of disappointment that's happening here. What I'm seeing here is this connection, you really put all your eggs in this basket. For some of you guys, it could have been like already planning for the future, already planning on either moving in or maybe talking about getting married. But there was some type of heartbreak that happened here. Now, the person is really feeling the loss of you, Aquarius. So again, if there was a recent separation or breakup, this person is taking it really hard. And the reason why they're taking it hard is because they're realizing that they probably miscalculated. And what I mean by that is they probably thought that you would always be there, or they probably thought that you wouldn't walk away, or they probably thought that you would put up with their shit. And now there's a quick realization that that is not the case. And now they're scared that you're going to move on. Now they're scared, they're worried that you're going to move on because you're coming up as the 9 of Cups. This is you on your pursuits. This is you being passionate and focused on the things you do want to make happen, while this person is wallowing in their self-pity. So again, there is a feeling of disappointment. If there was a breakup, if there is a separation, you haven't heard from them, you will be hearing from them by the end of this month, Aquarius. I do see them coming back around and trying to do right by you, or trying to make it right. And it's coming from a place of panic. Like I don't know what, there's this shift in energy where they're like wallowing in the sorrow and just looking at the disappointment. But then there's a moment, a flash in them that panics because they realize Aquarius can move the fuck on. And they can find someone better. And in that moment of panic, boom, that's where the action comes in. Why? Because they feel that time is slipping away. So again, if you haven't heard from them, don't be surprised if you hear from them in the next coming days. Maybe by the end of this month, you will be hearing definitely from them, Aquarius. All right, my lovelies, let's see what's going on with the person from your past. Oh, all right. I pulled an extra card, so we're going to stick with that. Okay, so I see them looking at you thriving. I see them looking at you in a... They're really desiring you, Aquarius, but they're desiring you because in their head, they are imagining so many scenarios of you moving on or dealing with someone else. There is this feeling of, give me 1 second. Not sure what happened, but it was kind of like fizzing out. So anyways, like I was saying, I see them really like being in their head because they are creating all these scenarios in their head about you moving on, about you having options. There could have been some type of glow up. Maybe there is something that's happening with you. Maybe you changed your hair color. Maybe for some of you guys, you did some type of identity shifting. Maybe for some of you guys, self-concept work. I don't know. There is an energy of them seeing you from a very different perspective, and they are panicking in the sense of, I have to get control of this situation before Aquarius completely detaches and moves away, or moves on, or moves on to another person, right? where in reality, I see you doing all of these things for yourself, Aquarius, because you're trying to self-love. You're trying to self-care for yourself. It's almost like the love that you're willing to give, you're starting to pour onto yourself. And the more you do that, the more electrifying, the more magnetic, the more attractive you become. So they're starting to notice that, they're starting to feel that. And that's the reason why they start to panic and they want to come back around and open some type of communication, because they are fearful. They are, you know, scared that you may move on, or that you completely have detached and you're no longer interested. So do not be surprised if you do hear from them very soon, Aquarius. All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. I hope you guys enjoyed these readings. Like, share, and comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. For now, I will see you guys soon. Bye.